It was a remarkable day at the Northeast Swale in Saskatoon for these young people and one young tiger salamander.
I don't see salamanders in this stage often. This is pretty special.
This creature is the equivalent of a teenage salamander, with its gills still intact, on its way to maturity.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to release him back to the wild so he can go off and make more babies.
And while mayflies may be slightly more common, they are no less exciting for Meewasin Valley Authority's senior interpreter, Kenton Lysak, because of what they mean to this vitally important area.
And why this is awesome is these guys, when you see them in a water body, it usually means pretty healthy habitat.
All of these discoveries took place as part of the Northeast Swale Bioblitz, a survey of the plants, birds, mammals, and insects that call this 20-kilometer-long unbroken chain of wetlands home.
What is going on in this system that yet is so close to us, but we don't really know a lot about it? The more species we can find, the more it indicates that this place is something that can survive environmental changes.
For the creatures that reside here, the biggest environmental change comes from their neighbors. The Swale is on the edge of rapidly growing Saskatoon, and so the MVA has to work closely with the city to ensure these two worlds can coexist.
We have a process internally at Meewasin called development review. So if any developments are proposed for an area, say like through the river valley or adjacent to a swale, through the swale like this, we have to review and try and manage development with conservation.
How do we make it so the animals and plants that reside here want to keep thriving here for the next 100 years? We have to find ways to balance conservation with development and to educate people about it too.
And with that idea in mind, MVA officials were especially pleased to see a certain breed of two-legged organism at the Swale. Grills admits it's not hard to keep young people engaged with findings like the salamander, deer skulls, and stories about a certain collection of sharp-tailed grouse that has taken up residence.
They do a ritual breeding dance where the males dance in a circle and then the females sit around and watch. And so we found this lek in the Swale within city limits, and there were last year 40 males dancing on that site.
Top of the water. That's where you'll catch things like shrimp.
And Lysak believes this kind of interactive learning will lead to a lifetime of appreciating the wildlife that is in these youngsters' backyards.
Grab that spider and take a close look at it, or get into that water, go pond dipping for those weird things. It's that sense of exploration that I think will help them further on in life.
In Saskatoon, I'm Simon Hyatt reporting.